understand who the fuck I am. Honest, you was slant. I let my hair grow, then I cut it off. Put a couple lines in it, cause you know I'm never coming soft. I do a lot of shows and I get a lot of stares. I got a lot of haters, but really who cares?
Welcome to episode 12 of Mitch, Please. We now have a dirty dozen stories of dream chasers here on this show. Guys, thank you very much for giving us a click out there. And this is going to be a very special edition of Mitch, Please. I'm not going to have the traditional sit-down interview this week. I've got a special live performance, and I'll go into more detail about that later. Speaking of live performances, I attended Pro Championship Wrestling Breakout last night as I record this in Orville, California at the infamous PCW Work Farm. And it was great. It was great to see all these guys, the younger guys that, I've trained with over the years or wrestled with over the years or seen perform and see how they've grown. First of all, the one guy that really stands out, I'm just going to say it right here, JJ King, man, the PCW Inter-California champion. This guy is really, I spoke about it in the past, but this guy's really starting to establish a character that stands out. I attended the show with my friend Ginger Daniels, and Ginger Daniels, who's been on this show before, he reviewed Money in the Bank with me. He really, he agreed, and he spoke out as well about the development of JJ King and how far he's come, and the character that he's portraying right now is Money. It's good. It's a creepy, freaky kind of character, and he's really hitting his facial expressions, and he's really reacting to the crowd, and it's important, and I'm glad that he has, again, but been able to grow as a performer and establish this character and kind of learn from some of the stuff that he's done before, maybe that didn't work. I know for me, I'd always learn every show and, every day and every week and every month, and it would create my character, the Heartbreaker, by looking back and seeing what I did wrong and what I did right. And for JJ, it seems like he's kind of on that same path. He's just doing a great job, and I'm happy to see it. Match of the night, I think, had to be Mike Shupe versus Pat Abbott. Again, Mike Shupe is no rookie by any sense, but the guy went out there with the new character, staying on that character discussion. Mike Shupe's character, man, coming out to the Shupe Day Oop song and dancing, and sporting a new look, along with Kimmy, who's always sporting a new look, and they're always staying fresh. And I really admire Mike Shupe and Kimmy for doing that. They've both, in the 6 years that I've worked with them, they've always been reinventing their characters and always trying something new. And what Shupe has going for him right now is money, and we are going to have Shupe on this show again down the line. He's one of my best friends. I love hanging out and talking with Mike Shupe. And he also, of course, got to give him another cheap plug for Superstar Productions. He puts a lot of great graphics together. And then I want to talk about Pat Abbott. This is a guy, again, that I've trained with and watched grow over the years. And he's kind of been out of it for a couple months. Hasn't really been wrestling on shows and, doing whatever he has to do in his personal life, and I respect him for that. But man, he came out there, huge pop. The crowd was very happy to see him, very happy to see him wrestling. These guys put on a great match. There was a great story told. As soon as Pat got launched into that ring post, shoulder first, and he took it great, and it looked great, and the entire crowd reacted very loudly for it, and Pat had them. And Pat and Shupe had them both in the palm of their hands. I mean, with the believability of Pat's arm being damaged, and Pat's selling was good, and Shupe was staying on that arm, and he was working the crowd, and it was a great match, guys. And so my hat's off to those two guys. I thought they had the match of the night, and they're good friends of mine, and I was really happy to see them go out there and do their thing. So, switching gears here, I want to talk about WWE a little bit. again, Mike Shupe was on the show here a couple months ago. We were talking about the possibilities of the WWE draft and what would be happening, and it's happening. So, yeah, I want to just touch on a few things. Finn Balor is a guy that a lot of people have been waiting to see come up to the main roster, to WWE, and be on Raw and be on SmackDown. He's now on Raw. He's doing his thing, in a pretty main event story. The main storyline on Raw, you'd have to say, for their now Universal Championship that they're going to introduce here at SummerSlam. And I really like it. I like that they're bringing Finn Balor in and they're making him a big deal. I think that's big. I do feel like there's not really a heel, like just in general on Raw. I mean, you do have Chris Jericho, who's doing an amazing job, and Seth Rollins is trying, but he's just so damn talented, and people have just grown to respect him over the years that he's been not only in WWE and NXT, but in ROH as Tyler Black. I mean, people just have a fondness for him and respect his abilities and his talent, and they don't want to boo him. So I don't see how he can continue to be a heel. Seems like he's been a heel for his entire WWE career, and it's time for a change, I think, there. And going back to Chris Jericho, though, he is doing fantastic work. But again, he's a guy that's been around for 25 years, and people respect him and love what he's doing. And no matter how hard he tries, these fans, especially the hardcore fan base, which is now, I think the majority of WWE fans is the hardcore fan. Maybe not the majority, but at least half of them, they are the hardcore fan, and they respect Jericho. They don't want to boo him. He's too entertaining. I think the only guy that really has some heat on Raw is Roman Reigns. And I don't know what they're waiting for. Turn the guy heel. You really screwed up here with having Rusev come out. And I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm sticking with Raw. I'm going to talk a little about SmackDown. And also some other things, Cruiserweight Classic as well. I'm going to jump into that here in a minute. But, going back to Roman Reigns, you're missing the ball with this guy. And Rusev came out on Raw when they were in Atlanta and cut a great promo with Lana, talking about how the American Olympic athletes are weak and this and that. And it was like, God, it's been 20 years since Kurt Angle won the 1996 gold medal in that town. Bring him out there. Why are they not giving Kurt Angle his due? The guy deserves one more run. He doesn't even have to wrestle. He could come out, with, American Alpha or whatever. But, I mean, he could wrestle. He could work. Him and Rusev would have a fantastic match because, Angle doesn't have to fly around like he was when he was working in TNA. He was working with a lot of those smaller guys, and he was flying around and bumping all over the place. He could still do that. But with Rusev, it's such a built-in, perfect storyline, and it just be like a battle, and it'd be a great match for SummerSlam. And I don't know what the holdup is. I don't know if they're worried about Angle's health. I mean, they've been worried about they were worried about it in 2006. It's 2016. The guy is Teflon. You know what I mean? He's tough. He's his body's gonna hold up, and he knows he only has 1 or 2 more years left. And for WWE not to pick him up and get him back in there, and I mean, knock the ratings up, everything. So I don't know what the holdup on that is. But again, Roman Reigns answers the challenge, and it looks like he'll be challenging for the United States title, which is just like exactly where he should not be as a babyface, challenging for another championship. It's like, no. Roman Reigns is their top heel, could be potentially their top heel in the company, and they're just dropping the ball, and now he's a mid-card babyface. It's frustrating, man. That's, but again, I do love watching WWE, and I'm just so critical because I love it so much. I've since I was 12 years old, it's been my life every week. You tune into WWE to escape reality, and you enter into their worlds, into their universe, and I love it. Most of the time, there's just some things that just frustrate me because I could love it so much more if these characters were positioned in a little better, better way or a better light. So, I'm gonna move on. SmackDown's been a pretty alright show. It's not, again, nothing really standing out. It's cool Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler are wrestling for the title, but it's like, again, where's the heel? There's no heel. I mean, even Bray Wyatt, who I thought should have been wrestling Ambrose for the title, he's not getting over as a heel. The people love him. For years, he's been there doing his thing, entertaining, talking, doing the character that he's doing, and follow the buzzards and the whole world in my hands and all that stuff, and it's an entertaining character, and there's just no heat. I mean, Eva Marie has heat, right? So like you could pair her up with somebody like a Dolph Ziggler, or but really there's no heels. There's nobody that makes me, even as a hardcore wrestling fan that's been in the wrestling business, I still want a guy that I don't like and I want to see, get bumped around, get beat up, and it's just, there's nobody in the company like that. Brock Lesnar's a badass. Randy Orton, I mean, that's going to be a great match, but there's no heel. So I don't know what they're doing with that. Samoa Joe's a great heel. Even not to be a hypocrite, to myself here, but it's like, yeah, I know people do respect him for his work. But if you do it the right way, and they've been doing it great in NXT, where, yeah, people respect him, but there's a lot of other guys they respect. And if he goes in there like he's been and just he's running his mouth and he's smashing guys, he's beating them up from behind. And by the way, off topic here, little drinking game, guys. Every time Michael Cole or a play-by-play or even a color guy on WWE television says "from behind," take a drink. It happens so much. It's I don't know, it's funny. But seriously though, like Samoa Joe could be a guy that they could make a good heel, in WWE. Like I say, he's doing great things in NXT. I really do look forward to his match with Nakamura at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. So, and then the Cruiserweight Classic, guys. I've been keeping up on the Cruiserweight Classic. It's been pretty entertaining. I like how they're making it, pretty serious thing. Daniel Bryan and Morrow are all right together. I don't know. Daniel Bryan does seem like he is really excited and everything's the greatest, but he's just this is his first gig as a commentator, so he's got to find his chops. And again, is he really going to be a commentator? Because he's the general manager of SmackDown, so I don't think he'll continue doing that after this tournament's over. And then I'm not reading any of the spoilers of the tournament, so I don't know if they're down to the final 8 or the final 4 or the final 2. And I think that if once they get to the final 2, whether they've taped all that or not, the final match needs to be a serious pay-per-view, or at least Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or something live contest, and you should make it for the Cruiserweight Championship. And if the Cruiserweight division is going to be on Raw, then it should be on Monday Night Raw, and it should be a big deal. And the first round, as I record this, is over. Again, I haven't read the spoilers. I watched every match, every character that is in the tournament, and to me, there's a lot of great talent. Guys like Tony Nese and Brian Kendrick and Tajiri coming back. A couple other guys here, Kota Ibushi, if I said that right. But really, the guy to me that stood out the most is a guy that I met about 4 years ago at Pro Wrestling Bushido. We were wrestling on a Bushido show together in Stockton, and he was just a real humble, nice guy. And we talked about, our training, and he was trained by Homicide, and he was just a really nice guy. And I watched him get in the ring and do all these crazy athletic maneuvers that really nobody out here was doing. And I was like, man, that guy, he's smaller, but great personality and amazing athlete. And he's proven that he can do more than he's done more for me as far as standing out in this tournament than anybody else, and that's Rich Swann. And Rich Swann, to me, is the most entertaining guy in the tournament. I mean, he came out dancing, singing his song. I wonder where he got that from. No, I'm kidding. But he was entertaining, man. He was super entertaining. His selling was great. Of course, his athleticism was great. And I just have a feeling like I'd like to see a guy like that, win the tournament. Why not? So we shall see what happens. Man, I'm rambling on here. I was kind of worried about doing this opening monologue here by myself, but we're making good time here, guys. I briefly just want to tell you guys something kind of funny. I'm a admitted pizzaholic, so like it's getting kind of bad, guys. Like I blame the Ninja Turtles. Because since I was like 5 years old and watching Ninja Turtles and how much they love pizza, I've really seriously I have a serious problem, I think. I have a serious pizza addiction problem. I have a pizza counselor. It's bad. There's the 12 slices or the 12 steps, the 12 slice steps. But no, it's literally Friday night I had pizza, right? Saturday I had the leftover pizza. Saturday night, coming home from the show, I got a pizza. Now, right now, as I record this, there are 2 pizzas getting prepared to put in the oven. So, I have a serious pizza problem, guys. It's bad. And just want you guys to know, if I die of a pizza overdose, tell my mom and my grandma and the rest of my family that I love them. So, now as I was eating pizza, though, last week, I was watching the roast battle, and I thought the roast battle on Comedy Central was pretty unique, was pretty cool. You had Jeff Ross hosting it, and you had these celebrity comic judges coming in, and it was like a tournament, much like the Cruiserweight Classic, and they recorded it out in Canada. It was like a 4-night thing, and it was pretty entertaining. I should be more prepared here and have names to give you, but I'm not going to give you those because I don't have them. But I want to just recommend it to anybody out there if you guys are into comedy, and especially insult comedy, roast comedy. Check that out because it was a good watch. And a lot of the really what stood out to me the most on that show, where they had these 3 improv guys in the front row that would jump up when a really funny joke happened and do all this crazy stuff. So, people that like comedy, give that a check. Check that out a little bit because I think you'll be entertained. All right, and I want to talk about, speaking of comedy, I want to talk about the Chico comedy scene, guys. Last little bit of intro here for you before I cut over to this awesome performance. The Chico comedy scene is fantastic. I've had several members already on the show. I'm going to have several more down the line. If you guys live anywhere near Chico, check these guys out. There's open mics at the Maltese on Mondays. 9 o'clock it starts. And whether you just want to watch it for free, by the way, or sign up and try it. Check it out. Wednesday at the Studio Inn. Same thing. Starts at 9. You can come watch. You can come try it out. And speaking of the Studio Inn, you got one of the best bartenders in Chico, really one of the best bartenders I've ever seen, in Dave, and the guy's awesome, and he'll be there serving you drinks and laughing right there with you. So check that out. And there's also going to be comedy events where if you're really serious about being entertained by comedy and you want to see some of the better performers, then check those out. I mean, Duffy's has a show going on. The 1078 Gallery has shows going on. There's lots of shows. There's going to be lots of shows coming up. And I just want to encourage everybody to check that out. And one of the pride and joys of the Chico comedy scene is a wonderful woman by the name of Mizz Alma. And Mizz Alma goes out there and just lights it up, and she has for years. And she's a show stealer, and she's a larger than life personality, and she's absolutely hilarious. Now I wanted to have Mizz Alma as a guest on the show, but she's been incredibly busy, and she's moving to LA. In fact, as this drops, she'll probably already be down there in LA, where she's going to continue at a much higher level to pursue her stand-up comedy. So unfortunately I was unable to get her on the show right now as a sit-down interview, but you know what, her last performance, her last hurrah here in Chico was at the Studio Inn, and it was a roast. Speaking of roasts earlier, roast battle, but no, she was involved in a roast, and it was kind of a surprise. All the quite a few members of the comedy scene, the Chico comedy scene, got together and decided to put this roast together, and sprung it on her. And what I did was I recorded her rebuttal. So for about an hour and a half, she sat there and listened to all these people, trash her, but tell her that how much they loved her, because that's really what a roast is. It's supposed to be funny and there's insults, but really it's done out of love. And so many people in Chico love Mizz Alma. If you see her perform, you'll know why. She's something else. She's very special. And I recorded her rebuttal. I recorded, basically, it was her last live speaking, live performance in Chico before now she'll be heading to LA. So right now, guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna end the show with Mizz Alma. And she's a great lady. She's a great person, and I'm very honored and privileged to have her on the show, guys. So sit back, relax, get ready to laugh, and enjoy Mizz Alma.
Oh my God! Sitting over here sipping on this Hennessy, bitch got drunk. Wait. Oh my God! I know, huh? Well. I cannot believe this is happening. I don't even know where to begin. I've been drinking the Hennessy to keep from fucking crying, because I'm a crybaby. And this is touching my heart. And you know what? Today I had lunch with my siblings. I'm a baby girl of the family. And I had lunch today with my sister who raised me, and my other two older sisters, and my older brother. And I told them I was coming here tonight. They don't know the love I feel from you all. I love y'all.
Yeah, Mizz Alma!
Yes, give yourselves a round of applause. I love y'all so much. I could never fathom leaving you. That's why it took so long for me to leave Chico, because I didn't know if I could make it away from you. Because y'all have spoiled me. Y'all make me think I'm the shit in this motherfucker all the time. This is my number one sitting right here. Been here, travels to come and see me. When I find out people travel more than 10 miles to come and see my motherfucking ass, oh my God, I think I'm the shit. I don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to begin here. Okay, so, Steve, the first time I did a show, Bob Backstrom said, I walked into Bussolini's Deli back in the day, that motherfucker make a mean tuna fish sandwich. Oh, and Bob don't do nothing else besides that ugly fucking laugh he got. That motherfucker shit, that bitch can make a sandwich. I like a good tuna fish sandwich. But Steve Swann told me, looking like Barney Fife, in that blue, he had on a light blue polyester suit. I was like, he red in polyester. But Steve Swann told me, it's your fault if they laugh, and it's your fault if they don't laugh. And that has always resonated in me, that I need to make the crowd laugh. I've always wanted to make people laugh. I was class clown at Chico Junior High School in '74, and then I used to tell Richard Pryor jokes in the breezeway at Chico High, and then I told Bob Backstrom in 2010 I wanted to be a comedian. I'm Mizz Alma, I'm a comedian. I walked in this place, I'm looking for a venue. He put me in the Blue Room, and it went from there. Answer your phone. That's not your phone? That's Jurassic Park? Motherfucking dinosaur is fucking interrupting me. Kick that bitch. I'm not to be interrupted. Okay, thank you. And you're kind of cute. You see, you that little motherfucker that I used to molest back in the first show. I'll be like, come here. I did in the beginning. I'm like, come here. Let me see what you working with. Cause I ain't got no dick in Chico. I keep it real. I'm nasty. I'm a nasty bitch. Let me tell y'all something don't do. Men, don't do this. I promise you, the other night, I don't know if it was, I think it was Saturday. It's midnight. And I get a phone call. I just turned my, cause see my TV won't work and I don't have cable cause I don't have a motherfucking man to do that. I just got my dick, Hennessy. Hennessy just fucks me well, but I don't have nobody helping me pay my bills, so fuck cable, direct TV and all that shit. I put $200 in my pocket because I like to look nice. My $200 is in my ears, on my arms, on my fingers, okay? I spend my money on my jewelry. So, that's right, girls. Treat yourself. Because when that motherfucker come with that dick in that conversation, it's like, bitch, step up to the plate. You got to bring it stronger than I bring it to myself. And you don't want no nasty motherfucker. Make sure he wash his dick before you touch it. You know if it's salty. His draws will tell you. But anyway, a motherfucker called me at midnight. You don't call a bitch like me at midnight. I'm a vampirist. I will bite you. I will bite you hard. And I will bite you the right way. You can't call me at midnight. And a bitch pussy is wet too. You can't call me like that. Talking about, I had an argument with my parents. Can I come over and lay down in the bed with you? No, motherfucker, you cannot. I just want to talk to you about it. I don't want to know about what the fuck you argue about with your parents. That does not concern me. I am not in that mood. And I don't know you. And I told you a month ago that I was hungry. And you ain't tried to feed me, so fuck you. And your mama and your daddy. I don't give a fuck about them bitches. So men, don't do that. Don't call a bitch like me in the middle of the night talking about you had an argument with your parents. Just call and say, I'm horny, bitch. Can I fucking eat some pussy? Yes! Yes, you can. And when you finish, I'm going to be hungry and you going to spend some money because I'm going to tell you why you going to spend some money. Because when you cross my threshold, you going to put the $100 bill on the table before I even let you get to the cookies. This is the cuckoo. The pussy is the cuckoo. Men go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Use your pussy in the right way. Now, Annie was talking about she don't know about the regimen. But the regimen ain't for the casual girlfriend. It ain't for the fiance. It ain't for the bitch to think the motherfucker gonna leave her husband. And the regimen ain't for that bitch. The regimen is for the wife whose husband creeps out on her and goes to another bitch who will suck his dick the way she wants it sucked. Now, to apply the regimen, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you must suck his dick twice a day. Hear me when I tell you this. In the morning before he goes to work, and at the night when he comes home. So you suck his dick and make him thinking about, okay, I want to work hard for her because she sucks a good dick in the morning. And then when I go home, she feeds me and sucks my dick again, and I go to sleep, and then I'm ready to work for her throughout the week. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, ladies, hear me. Tuesdays and Thursdays is a sports night. You take your dick down at halftime, he will be asleep by fourth quarter. You ain't got to worry about if he's out there fucking Yolanda at the club on Tuesday Wednesday and Thursday because that bitch is in your bed snoring. If he have his friends over in the man cave, you send him the signal to come upstairs. You fuck him and suck his dick good, and he will go tell his boys, y'all got to go to fuck home. Because he gonna be too tired to fuck with them motherfuckers anymore. He don't want no more beer. He don't even give a fuck what the score is no more. He coming upstairs out of that man cave and he gonna get in the bed with you. A bitch like me likes sports too. You see. So I'm gonna pat you a little bit and I'm gonna dream that you one of them motherfuckers I wanna fuck. And see, I'm raggedy and I'm nasty. I'm gonna suck your dick again. And make sure you're snoring by the end of the third quarter. Some hard sleep. Just don't make a motherfucker pass the fuck out. Then, on Saturday is your day. You suck his dick 4 times. If your man is the man that goes to the car wash on Saturday mornings, he will stop that. That money will go in your pockets because he will save money from putting it in the machine, because he will be at home in the driveway washing his car because he will be listening for the signal to come and get his dick sucked after breakfast. This bitch gonna suck my dick after breakfast. I know she is. She been doing it for a month. Oh, let me get the rims right. And then he gonna holler at you, baby, you want me to go in? You want me to go cut your mama's grass? You go cut my mama's grass and prune her hedges, and you come back here, you gonna take a shower. I'ma help you. That's when you wash his balls, wash the grass and the sand off his balls, suck them motherfuckers in the shower. Right? And then feed him. Watch that motherfucker go to sleep. He ain't going to hang out with his boys. His boys calling, you coming to play golf? No, man. I ain't coming to play golf. Shit. My girl done hit me a hole in one twice. What? I ain't got no energy. I ain't got no energy for golf.
You're not going anywhere.
Midnight. You can fuck after midnight, but don't suck dick after midnight. You see. Because the next day is Sunday. And you cannot suck dick on Sunday. It's against the law. That's God's day. That's when you take your nasty ass to church and be like, I wanted what I wanted, God. You go to the altar and you leave it there. Because like, I needed that bill paid. I just wanted that watch, that necklace, the earrings. I wanted to go on a shopping spree. I'm trying to get the fuck to Hawaii, Europe. You know, it works out. It does work out. I want to marry this motherfucker. He ain't acting right, but he gonna see that I'm the only one that can suck his dick the right way. Suck some dick in your life. It's good for you. Men, don't forget, eat pussy too. Because dick getting sucked without eating pussy ain't fun. And it don't taste good. Everybody got to eat the buffet. If your wife is sucking your dick like 90 going north, then you might as well eat the pussy like it ain't no tomorrow. And then you know what you get after that? And then, you know, with the eating and sucking of the pussy, and then if you smoke some weed, you get the munchies, and then if you drink some Hennessy, that intensifies all that shit. And then, you know what, if people do that, I want the policemen to do that, then they won't have a problem with us. Because they'll be hungry, they'll be happy, and they'll be sleepy. Too tired to pull the trigger. You know, fuck so well, don't want to do nothing, be in a daze. Have you ever been fucked so well you be dizzy? Ooh. She said you fuck her so well she be dizzy.
I love her more than anything.
Are you a veteran?
100. No.
Is that your wife?
Yes, it
You put the regimen on him. You do it for a week. No, put the regimen on him like I say put the regimen on. Yeah, what you want? You got a house?
Yeah.
You got your own car?
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Your money, your money. Your money, your money. Bitch! That's what the fuck. What? Come here. Let me see. Come the fuck here. Let me see this ring.
Well, just come in. I want to brag.
Ooh. Bitch, you better. Girl, you ought to rock like a crocodile. Be like, my man have me open, wide open every day. When you walk down the street, from behind, you should look like this. They'll be like, that bitch getting fucked on the regular. She getting dick on the regular. She got big wall balls up in her pussy right now. When he come up in there, they go blue, 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 blue. I heard that motherfucking shit. Oh my God. See, my thing is to, I went to, I don't even know what to tell y'all. I went to Hollywood, y'all. I did. I went to the Comedy Store. And I went to the Comedy Store, and and I was just like nervous, and I was just going for an open mic. And so this lady Rebecca O'Brien, she was ear hustling my cousin's conversation about her wine. And see, me and my cousin, we kind of bougie. We don't want shit in a, I take this water in a plastic glass, but I mean in a plastic cup, but I really don't want it. So they was gonna put her wine in a plastic cup. And my cousin said, no, I don't want that. And the lady Rebecca said, okay, I don't blame you. I don't want that either. I don't want that either. So they started talking. And she said, why are you here? And they said, I'm here to see Mizz Alma perform on the open mic. Yeah. And so we start walking to go pay the meter, the meter for the truck, because we don't want to get towed away. We want to get our asses back to Banning. We're in Hollywood. So the lady Rebecca, she says, okay, Alma, have a good set. And I'm like, no, honey. It's Mizz Alma with a Z because I'm sassy like that. And she was like, okay, Mizz Alma, have a nice set. Now my friend Brenda is on her way to the car as well. And Rebecca stops her and she says she's not gonna do an open mic tonight. I'm gonna put her in a show. And so I come back because I'm talking to this guy named Mike. And he says, well, Mizz Alma, what you need to do is go down there to the improv and do the improv, and then you need to come back up here and do the, you put your name on a piece of paper, you throw it in a bowl, and they put you in a set. And he was like, you can do 2 shows tonight instead of 1. And then my friends, they sit me down and they said, no, this lady is getting ready to put you in this show. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I sit down, and then this Rebecca lady comes back and she said, it's an 80% chance you're going to be in this show. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and then here comes this man, Adam, and I meet Adam. He's a producer. But the thing about it is, this is how God works, y'all, because I do trust and believe in God. I may drink a lot of Hennessy, but my faith is strong. And when God said go home, you go home. And I went home. And this woman said, I have been in the house for months. I just came out to see what was new. I used to be a producer here at the Comedy Store, but I've just been in the house for so long, I was just tired of being inside, and I wanted to come out and see what was new and who was new. So she says, I have this thing. And we all knew what this thing was, and it was cancer. And her hair was short and everything, and she was like, I've been fighting this thing, but I feel strong enough, and I just want to come out and see, what's going on. And she said, I used to be a producer here, I used to work at this Comedy Store, and she put me on. She put me on. I prayed over her. See, because I do lay hands, and I am anointed. I might talk dirty and I might talk about the dick and everything, but my faith with God is real. That's why I'm on my way. That's why I'm on my way. And so I laid hands on her, and then I went back, and she was like, okay, who's taking this down? And she looks at my cousin, and she's like, you need to be writing all this down because she's going to need you. So this woman is already pointing me out. And she puts me in this in the belly room in behind the Comedy Store. They put me in the feature position, third to last. And I killed it. They were supposed to give me 5 minutes, and they gave me 10 minutes. And they were like, you're fabulous. And then I had Adam and everybody up on the stage. I wish I could show y'all the video. We were dancing to a clean-up woman because I was cleaning up that night. And so that's why I'm leaving. But it was good. And I only told them, what I talked to them about was, I didn't even tell them the regiment. You know what I talked to them about? I got on that stage and I said, where's my dick? Where's my dick to fucking love and play with? You know? When I was a little girl, I had dick. And the little boys out in the playground, they used to pull their pants down. I didn't know it was rape. I was 6. I just been nasty a long time. I've been nasty a long time. So I'm not stripper material. I can't go into the stripper hall and go down. I can't do that. I'm not no prostitute. I can't stand out on the corner. My ass likes to sit down. I'm heavy in the ass. Gravity is not my friend. I like to sit the fuck down. I'm not no home wrecker. I don't fuck with other women's men because I'm not gonna pay for your kids. I don't care if Johnny wants ice cream. I like ice cream too. You ain't got enough money for Johnny to have ice cream and me to have ice cream too. But I found my dick. My dick don't talk back. My dick go down smooth, and my dick is my dick. So, would y'all like to say? Would y'all like to meet my dick? Cause he here.
Oh yeah.
Can y'all say hi, Hennessy, Mizz Alma dick? Thank you. Yeah. And I did that. But when I did it there, when I went to go pick that glass of Hennessy up, girl, my hands was shaking so hard. I was like, I ain't never shook at the Studio Inn Lounge going to pick up a glass of Hennessy. I didn't just shake a few minutes ago.
I thought he was going to have a battery.
Hold on. My Hennessy don't need a battery, motherfucker. He do what he do on his own by himself. I'm telling ladies, Hennessy make the 2.5-inch dick feel like it's 12. That motherfucker, Hennessy will let you do this. Bend over. And let that motherfucker think he doing something like he rocking and rolling that ass. And you'll take a shower in the morning and you'll feel great. And you know it ain't your man, cause he 2.5 inches. And you'll be in the bathroom like me singing Hennessy, Hennessy. Yeah. Cause that's the motherfucker that gets you there. He let you don't give a fuck, ladies. I had a woman say, hey, Mizz Alma, if I drink this Hennessy, am I gonna hurt my man? No, bitch. You gonna make your man feel like he the bomb diggity bomb. He gonna go to work with a smile on his face. He gonna think he put it down like it was no return. And then you ain't gonna break his heart. You just gonna go in the room and get your shot of Hennessy and continue to fuck that motherfucker. Cause you don't wanna hurt your man's feelings. And he don't need to know that it's the Hennessy that's getting you what you need. But if that motherfucker provides for you, if he pays your bills, if he feeds you, if he treats you like a queen, then you drink your Hennessy and you don't tell him that his dick is 2.5 inches and he ain't hitting the spot. You don't do that. You keep what the fuck you got and you add some libations to it. ain't for him to hear, it's for you to hear. Well, I ain't chopped no trees down in Chico, but I might chop 1 or 2 down in LA. I doubt it. I really do. See, I came up with the regimen because of Damon Wayans. I met Damon Wayans February the 7th. No, February 17th, 2007. At 11:35 p.m. That motherfucker extended his hand to me. And when he did that, and he was signing autographs with one hand, and I was standing behind him, I was like, oh, you know what? I could be with this motherfucker. So, I decided if I'm going to get next to this motherfucker, I got to be funny. And y'all have confirmed the fact that I am funny. So now I'm going to go get my real dick. I just love y'all. Thank you. Oh, and I love you. See, a motherfucker came in here like 2 weeks ago and tried to buy me a triple shot of Hennessy, and he thought he was gonna fuck. I gave it back to him. And I love this motherfucking shit. I'm gonna make a commercial and send it to Hennessy. And with this right here. Oh, y'all don't even know. Y'all gonna be like, look at Mizz Alma on the TV with the Hennessy and the white women. Cause I'm telling you bitches, drink you some Hennessy, fuck your man, and have a happy ending. Cause at the end of my rainbow is a bottle of Hennessy, not a pussy. Oh, okay. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.